I'm doing great. I'm just a little bit hot. It's a really hot day. I've got my water to ensure that I don't stay dehydrated. It's going to be a really interesting live stream because I'm going to be doing all the signs, all the zodiac signs. So I'm quite excited for that. Okay, so I've got my cards here. I've got my water and I'm actually using my rose water spray today. This is a natural balance spray. I'm going to be using this to clear energy rather than using my incense sticks because I've been using a lot of those recently, especially for my paid clients. So I'm definitely using my special rose water to clear energy today. How's everyone doing? Hey, thank you so much for joining my live. Happy to see you here. You're welcome. Let me just prepare the cards that I need to prepare. Before we get started with Aries. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey. Let me know in the comments where you are streaming from. I'm from South Africa currently, so let me know which country you're from. Even if you're from South Africa and streaming from South Africa, I'd be really happy to know that. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I actually want you guys to see this. I really love this sitting here. And then let's get to the good stuff. Okay, straight off the bat, I'm going to start with Aries. So let's see what the first week of April is going to look like for my sign Aries. So let's see what's in store for Aries today and for the rest of April. What are the energies, or what energies should Aries look out for in the month of April? What are the messages for Aries for the month of April? Hey, thank you so much for joining my live. I'm actually really happy to see people on here. I'm quite excited for that, so thank you. I'm doing the sign Aries. We're going to see what's in store for the sign Aries for the month of April. Hey. Okay, let's see. So what's in store for Aries for the month of April 2025? Hey. Thank you so much for your love and support. I'm going to be posting this live stream on my main page on YouTube. So in case you feel like you've missed any of the important messages, you're still going to see them. You're still going to see the live stream because after this live stream, I'm going to post it on my page on YouTube. So don't worry about that. I'm going to start with Aries now. Please do check out the live stream when I'm done. I will be posting it. So don't worry about missing my messages, okay? Okay, Aries. We have the 8 of Pentacles. So definitely working on your crafting, definitely working on your activities, working on skill building, you're working on bettering your skills. You're going to be very busy in the month of April. You're going to be working on your projects. I do feel like Aries, you've been neglecting some of your projects recently, or the previous months you've been neglecting your project. So I feel like that's what you're going to be indulging yourself in. You're going to be keeping very busy, Aries. I do love to see you creating and coming up with new ideas, new interventions, and I definitely see that for the month of April. What else is in store for Aries? Ooh, something about love. We have the Two of Cups and we have the Six of Wands. I don't know if you can see from here. The lighting is a little bit too bright, but we do have the Two of Cups and the Six of Wands. This is telling me that your relationship, you could be dealing with someone now romantically, but whoever it is that you are dealing with, this connection is going to work out beautifully in the month of April. It's going to become vibrant, it's going to become very significant. So if you're dealing with someone, definitely know that there's going to be a lot of improvement in your love situation. Aries, there's going to be a lot of improvement. I do see that your partner is going to spoil you a lot. Your partner is going to recognize you, praise you more, worship you more, Aries. I feel like your partner is going to see another side of you that they like, a different side to you. They're going to see how empowered you are in the month of April, and they're going to be more attracted to that. They're going to be more attracted to the kind of embodiment that you have. They're going to be attracted to your confidence. They're going to be attracted to how you dress, how you carry yourself, how you show up to the world, how you show up in the relationship. So I definitely do see someone noticing you more, praising you more. Okay. Tell me more about this love situation here. Thank you so much for joining. Whoever just joined now, I see you. I acknowledge you. I'm sending you love and positive vibes. 10 of Pentacles. This is definitely going to be a worthwhile relationship. I feel like whoever it is that you're dealing with, Aries, this is going to be a connection that has a lot of stability. I do see financial growth within your relationship as well. I feel like you're both going to work in your financial endeavors. You both are going to be working on your stability and for the relationship as well. I definitely do see that your partner is going to see a different side to you, a more abundant side to you, a more fulfilling side to you. There's a lot of changes, a lot of positive changes that are going to take place in the month of April, Aries. I'm actually quite excited for that. I love how we just started this reading off with positive vibes, with loving vibes, and I'm loving that. I love to see it, and I love seeing that, Aries, you're actually going to have a really abundant month when it comes to love, when it comes to building your connection, your love connection, and also building yourself. So there's definitely a lot of self improvements that are going to take place. There's a lot of personal activities, things that feel close to you, that you're going to be working on. You're going to be very busy, but also you will have time for this connection because it is as abundant as your work. It is equally worthy, just like your work. So you are going to be putting in a lot of energy, a lot of time in your projects and your day-to-day activities, as well as your relationship. So that's really exciting and impressive. Okay. I'm gonna have a sip of this water. It's a really hot day. I don't know how the temperatures are for you guys, but it's a really hot day for me. Okay, so how do you feel about this person in the month of April? 7 of Wands, okay. Aries, you feel like your person has been held back in the previous months. You feel like your person hasn't really seen you, hasn't really taken recognition of you. You feel like, you kind of felt like your person was overlooking certain things in the relationship, and especially when it comes to you. I do see a bit of insecurity issues on your side that you might have had in the relationship. And now you feel like your partner is seeing you more, is hearing you more, is recognizing you more. Okay. So you definitely do feel some kind of improvement there when it comes to resenting the person or resenting the relationship. I definitely do see that you had insecurity issues in the relationship. Insecurity, and when I say relationship, it doesn't necessarily mean you are official with the person. Take whatever resonates with you, but this is still a love situation that I'm tapping into. I'm tapping into how you feel about your person. You feel like you are less insecure and you can resonate a lot with your partner. You're working on your trust with this person, and you really feel like they're proving that they are worth trusting. This person continuously proves that they are worth trusting. So you feel like it's definitely safe to trust this person in the month of April. Okay. We have the Seven of Swords. So there's a lot of changes happening with the two number sevens here. There's definitely a lot of changes happening in your connection. I do see that you did feel that your person in the past had deceptive energies. Your person had untrustworthy energies. So there was a lot of issues with distrust in the connection, issues with not being able to trust your person in the connection. So I definitely do see that you are coming out of that, and I do feel like you are starting to be less resentful to the experience. You're becoming more confident in the whole experience. You're becoming very certain that this person is working on trust in the relationship. You're definitely working on trusting this person more, because there are sides to this person that you feel are worth exploring, that are worth giving the chance to. You definitely do feel like you might have had a lot of trust issues and abandonment issues, leading you to not really believe anything that this person had to say. Okay, so I just want to fix this quickly. So definitely improvements on trust. Improvements on trust, Aries. Improvements on how you see the relationship, how you feel about the relationship. Improvements on allowing the person to also express themselves the way that they express themselves. Also giving this person an opportunity to play a role in the relationship or play a role in the connection. All right. So there's definitely a lot of changes here. I do see in the month of April, you both are going to work on your closeness with each other. Definitely work on being open, more transparent in the month of April. So if you're looking for a sign, is this person worth fighting for? Is this person worth working through things? Then this is your sign that yes, this person is actually worth your time. This person is worth your energy. You just had an issue with trust. You had an issue with insecurity and abandonment, but you're working through it. I feel like it's a personal journey that you've been in the previous months of learning how to really trust this person and also trust yourself. Trusting that you are making the right choices is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Aries. Thank you for sticking around. So let's do Taurus. We're going to do Taurus now. What's in store for Taurus in the month of April? Hey, thank you so much for joining my live. Let me know where you guys are, where you reside, where you're watching this live from. I really love to know where people are from, people are watching from, where my supporters are from. Where are you from? Okay. Let's clear the energy from Aries and let's get straight to Taurus. Clearing the energy, clearing any unwanted energy. Thank you, spirit guides and angels and ancestors, for your divine messages, your divine guidance. I trust in you, I trust in your work, and I trust in my own ability to do readings. I'm also from South Africa, Johannesburg, Kunjani. Okay, that's really nice. Ngiyajabula. Thank you so much for joining my live. What are you up to at this time of the day? What are you up to at this time? What are you up to? Okay, let's get to Taurus. What is in store for the month of April for Taurus? Okay, right now, you should book a reading with me when you're ready. All my information is on my bio. My contact details are also on there. So whenever you're ready to book a personal reading with me, just let me know so we can connect, so I can get to know who you are. And yeah. Kodwa ngiyajabula ukubona. Ngiyajabula ukubona. All right, let's get straight to Taurus. What's in store for the month of April? Six of Cups, okay? Taurus, I feel like in the month of April, you're going to long for home. You're going to long to be with your family. You're going to long to be closer to your family. You're going to long for a homelier environment, a welcoming environment, an environment that reminds you of your roots, an environment that is deeply rooted in your culture, your tradition. I feel like in the month of April, you're going to long so much to be with family, or whoever you consider as family, but just being closer to that, feeling closer to who you are, feeling closer to your roots, or rather relearning about your roots. So there's something significant about home. Okay, maybe traveling to your hometown, maybe traveling to where you grew up, or maybe being in spaces where, you know, that fulfill your nostalgic feelings or your nostalgic memories. We have the World card, we have the Lovers card. Okay. So I am seeing longing for home, longing for closeness, definitely. There is something significant about love here that I'm seeing. Some kind of connection. You could be connected to a Gemini. You could be connected to a Virgo or Capricorn as well here. I'm definitely seeing a complete cycle with your relations with people, or rather your relations with whoever it is that you're dealing with. I feel like whatever it is that needed to be closed off, whatever it is that needed to end, whatever cycles that needed to end with a particular person is coming to an end. There's a new beginning of love here for you, Taurus. There's a new beginning in being open to love. There's a new beginning in being close to whoever this person is on your mind. I do see an opportunity for all the hardships that you went through with your partner. I do see that all the hardships that you went through with this connection is definitely closing out, and it's going to become a very positive outcome. How much is it to book? You're going to have to contact me so that I can send you my price list. Okay, so clarify this connection here between Taurus and their person, or whoever it is that is in their mind. Thank you. Page of Wands. Okay, so definitely I do see that you're going to be spending more time with the people that you love and also the person that you love. Spending more time, quality time with this person that you feel close to, that you feel you have a strong romantic connection with. Definitely being more out there with this person, doing activities with this person, feeling inspired to be yourself, but also feeling inspired to spend a lot of time with this person, getting to know this person. I feel like there's a lot that you miss. I feel like you feel in the month of April, you feel like you've missed out on a lot. You've missed out on family, you've missed out on friendships, you've missed out on romantic relationships, or particularly missed out on this specific person here. So there's definitely changes that are going to take place in the month of April. You're going to want to long for more quality time. You're going to long for a deeply rooted connection with this person. Okay. Page of Wands also speaks of inspiration. So I feel like you're inspired to take things to the next level with someone specific. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. We've got Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Tell me more about this energy here concerning this particular someone or special someone. How do they feel about my Taurus? How does this person feel? To book a personal reading with me, please go to my contact details there and then I'll send you the price list, okay? I need to definitely sort this out. I haven't done, or rather I haven't braided in a while, so I'm really stuck with my afro. Tell me about this person. Okay, so what I'm seeing here about this energy, I feel like you've been taking your time to get to know this person. I feel like you've been taking the time to study this person, to really, it's like you're investigating this person. You are a natural investigator. You want to make sure that you actually know someone before you can, decide to make anything official. You want to make sure that you really know a person before you start to open up to them. So I definitely do see a lot of, character learning about this person. Yes. You were taking your time to get to know someone and now you're ready. You feel ready to give this a chance. You feel ready here with the Page of Swords and the Two of Cups. You could be dealing with a soulmate connection. You could be dealing with someone who feels very similar to your spirit, very similar to your soul. This could be someone who feels like a past life connection, okay? This person really does seem like they bring out the best in you. The only issue is that you've been very closed off. You've been very calculative when it comes to this person, okay? You've been very calculative. You've been, not that you've been uncertain, but you want to make sure that you don't end up with the wrong person. You want to make sure that you don't end up with someone who might distract all the life plans that you have. This energy feels very similar to yours. You could be dealing with a Cancer, we have Pisces, we have Gemini, Aquarius, and we have Libra. Okay. What's the overall or possible outcome between you and this person in the month of April? Ooh, definitely some kind of romantic gesture from this person, okay? This person might propose some kind of love or romantic proposal. They might want to make things official with you in the month of April here with the Knight of Cups. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. All right, so we've got the Nine of Cups. So definitely this is someone that you might have manifested. This is definitely the kind of person that you've always dreamed of, or rather, this is the kind of person you've always wanted to be with. Okay, you've always manifested this particular kind of character, personality, this kind of relationship. And I feel like this is a sign from the universe that this is your person. Taurus, this is your person. Okay, this is someone who the gods have gifted you with. This is someone who your ancestors have blessed you with. This could be someone that you might travel with. Okay, you might go places with this person. You could be dealing with a traveler, or you could be a traveler with the Two of Wands here. But there's definitely something significant about traveling as well in the month of April. I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of traveling, whether or not it's with this person, but generally speaking, Taurus, you could be doing a lot of traveling in the month of April. Okay, so get your bags ready, all right? Get your sunscreen, get everything ready. Get your clothes ready, your favorite outfit. Taurus, I know you like looking good. I know you enjoy traveling, so that's definitely something to look forward to. So get your bags ready, okay? And we have new beginnings. So you're definitely removing fear of love. You're definitely diving into the mysteries of love in the month of April. You're definitely diving into the unknown, or rather things that you're not expecting when it comes to love. So you're quite excited and you're taking the leap of faith that this could be someone that you actually are going to have a long-lasting relationship with. So that's something to look forward to. This is also Libra energy, so you could be dealing with a Libra. Okay, and we have Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Taurus. That's all I have for you for April predictions. First week of April. Let's move over to Gemini. I'd like to look at what the first week of April is going to look like for my Gemini. I'm going to be using a different deck. Okay. Listen, my mouth gets really dry when it's hot, so I want to make sure looking all glossy. And let's clear the air. Let's clear the energy. I really love this balanced water. It's called Natural Balance. It's rose water. I love to use this when I'm doing collective readings. I love using this water to clear unwanted energy. I use herbs. I use incense sticks. There's a whole lot of things to use to clear energy. I also use crystals to clear energy. I use beach stones to clear energy. There's so many things that I use to clear energy. Hey, how are you? Where are you coming from, or where are you watching this from? I'd like to know. Thank you so much for joining my live stream. Okay, using a different deck, I will be tapping into Gemini's energy. What can Gemini expect in the first week of April? South Africa. We're in South Africa. We're in South Africa. Ngisethekwini mina okwamanje nje ngisethekwini, but definitely move around Joburg as well. I also move from city to city, so I'm basically based in both Durban and Joburg. Where in South Africa are you from, or watching this from currently? Shout out to South Africa though. Shout out to you guys for supporting me so much on here. Okay, Gemini. What's the first week of April going to look like for my Geminis? Yeah, I also move in between just like you do. I think I'm going to be in Joburg. I think in 2 weeks from now. I'll be traveling to Joburg in 2 weeks from now. Okay, the Hermit, Gemini. In the first week of April, I feel like you're going to be withdrawn. You're going to be feeling like you need alone time. Okay, we have the Hermit card here. So you're going to be feeling like you need some time alone, some time to yourself. You feel like you need some time to really take good care of yourself. You feel like you haven't been taking really good care of yourselves. You haven't been paying attention to yourselves, paying attention to the way you eat, paying attention to your sleep, paying attention to basically everything that has to do with your self-care. So now you're withdrawing from people, you are withdrawing from situations, you are withdrawing from being in huge crowds of people. You really just want time to yourself, and I feel like that's the most beautiful thing ever. Very good to, isolate yourself from the world just so that you can actually take the time to reflect, take the time to reevaluate what is it that you really want out of your journey, reevaluate what is it that you want out of your connections with people, reevaluate what it is that you want to do with your life or what you want to indulge yourself in. So I'm definitely seeing that, Gemini. Okay, tell me more about this Hermit card here. Why the Hermit card? Okay, King of Cups, Two of Swords, Eight of Wands, the Tower, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like you want alone time because you feel like you have been making wrong decisions, or rather decisions that don't really serve your values. I feel like you've been feeling like you've been making wrong decisions or impulsive decisions when it comes to people, when it comes to connections, when it comes to friendships. You want to take the time to actually pour in a lot towards yourself, within yourself, because I feel like you've been giving too much to people. You've been giving too much of yourself to people. With the King of Cups and the Two of Swords here, you've been dealing a lot with people who have been non-committal. You've been dealing with people who are less emotional intelligent, and you are frustrated with that. You are frustrated with the fact that you are more emotionally intellectual, you are more emotionally aware than other people that you're trying to connect with, and now you're just tired of that. Now you're just tired of putting everyone else first but yourself. You're tired of doing that, and I feel like now you're definitely, when it comes to communication here, you've stopped communicating with certain people. You have broken ties with certain people, especially these energies that I've just read out now. I definitely see the lack of communication here with someone specific as well. I'm seeing the Tower and the Four of Pentacles. So you could have been dealing with someone who was less stable, someone who wasn't really sure of what they wanted with you. Okay, there could have been a separation here as well. Okay, there could have been some kind of separation that you had with a particular person, and now you're just exhausted, you're tired, you want some alone time, you want your own space. You're definitely in no contact with this person. You definitely you're definitely considering what is really serving you at this time. So the month of April is going to be very self-reflective with the Hermit card here. It's going to be very self-evaluating. You're really going to put yourself first in the month of April. Okay, we've got Virgo. You could be dealing with a Virgo. We've got Pisces. We've got Gemini, just like you. We've got Libra. We've got Taurus, Capricorn, and we have another Taurus here. Okay. So definitely in the month of April, it's going to be a lot about yourself. Okay. Remember me from where? Where do you remember me from? Okay. Gemini, let's see what else is in store for you in the month of April. We've got the Hanged Man. You're definitely putting a pause to a lot of situations. I feel like you're taking a stand, Gemini. I feel like you're just tired of everything. You're tired of putting other people first. You're tired of overextending your energy. We've got the Hanged Man. You're definitely putting a lot of things on pause that are draining your energy. Okay, clarify the Hanged Man for me, please. Okay. We have the Hierophant and we have the Page of Cups. Okay, clarifying the Hanged Man. So you definitely are putting a pause on certain things, and you're going on a, I feel like in the month of April, you're going on a journey of lessons, a journey of relearning things, a journey of self-discovery, a journey of learning from your past mistakes or learning from situations that you weren't meant to um, you weren't meant to be a part of, right? So now you're going on a journey of self-discovery. Woo! Self-discovery, going on this journey, an independent journey, and I really love that. You're learning lessons that have to do with your emotions. You're learning lessons that have to do with your heart space. You're learning not to overextend yourself to people. You're definitely withdrawing from love as well. I don't see that you're going to be interested in getting into something serious in the month of April. I feel like you're also going on a spiritual journey in the month of April. You're going to discover who you are spiritually. Okay, Gemini, I feel like you're going to go on this guru-like journey where you're going to discover a lot about your gifts. You're going to discover a lot about who you are spiritually. You're going to get to know yourself spiritually. And that's a beautiful thing to see. That is a beautiful thing to witness. And I feel like this journey is very personal to you. I feel like this journey is going to be heartfelt. This journey is going to make you feel closer to yourself. So that's beautiful to see. We have the Six of Pentacles. You're definitely going to be very careful of who you give or who you give your energy to with the Six of Pentacles. You've been in situations that were not reciprocal, and now you're taking a stand in the month of April, especially the first week of April. You are only going to give to those who give back. You're only going to give to those who are giving. You're not going to give to those who are, who are no match to you or who are in no frequency match to you. So there's definitely going to be an equal give and take with specific individuals in your life. You're going to be very selective with who you give or who you give to. Give your time to, give your energy to, give your money to. Something about finances and money as well here. So you're someone who gives money easily is what I'm picking up. Spirit is saying that you give people money easily. Okay, you're very impulsive when it comes to your money because you are giving by nature. In the month of April, no more. You are no longer doing that in the month of April. You are no longer giving your money to people. Okay, you're going to be very selfish with yourself. Your mom has a Sorry, I can't really see the last thing because of the lighting. Your mom has what? A broken strike. I can't really see from here. I think there's something wrong with my eyes. Sorry about that. I'm a bit further from the phone as well. Gemini, working on your mental peace in the month of April. Strike. I'm seeing strike. Ankle. Your mom has a broken ankle. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry to hear that. How long has that been? I'm so sorry. How long has that been going on for? How long has the broken spine? I'm sorry, broken ankle. I don't know why I keep thinking it's a broken spine. 4 months. That is terrible. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Really sorry to hear that. I'm sending you all the love and positive energies that you need, especially from your mom, okay? Especially for your mom. Definitely sending your mom healing energy. I'm sending her a lot of love and support. I hold her tight. I'm really sorry. 5 of Swords. This is your energy. This is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. 5 of Swords. Okay, Gemini, I definitely do see that you are in need of mental peace. I feel like you're really taking the time to your mental health. You're taking the time to ensure that no one comes in the way of your healing journey, that no one comes in the way or no one distracts you from becoming mentally sane. Okay, I feel like your mental sanity is very important for you in the month of April. All right, Gemini. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, that's good. That's the most important thing. That's the most important mentality to have. Okay, clearing all the energy out. Okay, Cancer. Let's go to Cancer. Hey, my Cancers. What does the month of April have in store for my Cancers? Or rather, what's the first week of April going to look like? Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. Some kind of communication. Some kind of communication. Unexpected news. Unexpected communication and unexpected news, okay? What is this unexpected communication and news about? It could be from an air sign. Knight of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. So this is love related. Ooh. Cancers, you're going to have an unexpected apology from someone that you once had a connection with. I don't know how you feel about that. How do you feel about that? This could be with a Scorpio. This could be with a Virgo, Capricorn, and what's the other earth sign? Taurus. Okay. You're going to get an unexpected apology from someone from your past. Tell me more about this energy. Tell me more about the situation here. 8 of Cups. This is definitely someone that you took the conscious decision to walk away from, and now this person is back in your energy. Like, what? Why are you back in Cancer's energy? Why are you trying to spin the block? I feel like with this 8 of Cups, you actually, now this is your energy. You walked away from this situation. I don't think this is someone that you are going to give your energy and time to. Okay, I don't feel like this person is someone who's worth your energy. I don't feel like this person is worth your time or worth having a conversation with. I feel like Cancers, you took the conscious decision to separate yourself completely from this person. Okay. I definitely do see that you are still holding on to the idea of love, but not with this person. I do see that you're over this connection. I do see that you're over this past energy. I do see a new connection coming in for the month of April. Okay, we have the Three of Cups in reverse, we have the Ace of Cups upright. So I definitely do see a new level of passion that you're going to have with someone new. You might meet someone completely new. This could also be a Cancer just like you. This could be a Scorpio or a Pisces. And we also have Ace of Wands here. This could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. But you're definitely not going to give any time or pay attention to anyone of your past. You're focusing on a new journey of love. You're focusing on building new connections in the month of April. You're focusing on making new friends. You're focusing on going out there more, being out there. I also see in the month of April, you're going to party more often. You're going to be out there in spaces of crowds where you can actually get to mingle and meet new people. Okay? So I'm actually excited for you. Have you given up on love yet? No, you haven't. But you are just calculative with who you allow in your energy. You're very calculative with who you allow in your space during this time. Okay, but I don't see that you are completely closed off with love, because remember, Cancers, you feel a lot and you have a lot of outpouring emotions, and it's very hard for you to not want to be in love. It's very hard for you not to want to be with someone, but it's definitely known from your past. Okay, and we have the King of Cups here, so it also could be with the Pisces. Okay, a lot of water energy that I'm seeing, a lot of fire energy that I'm seeing. So it's definitely going to be a water sign or a fire sign. Okay. Tell me more about the month of April, or rather the first week of April for Cancers. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please do. All my information is on my information page, my description page, or rather my bio. If you want to book a personal reading with me, all my information is on there. So I'm looking forward to having you, looking forward to hearing from you. I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit, I'm buzzing a little bit. Okay, I'm sorry about that. It's been a long day. We have Four of Cups and Four of Wands. Okay, so the number 4 is all about restructuring. So I feel like you're going to be restructuring your connections in the month of April. You're going to be setting foundations for certain connections. You're going to restructure foundations with certain people. Okay, Cancers. So there's definitely a lot to consider here. There's a lot to also celebrate for. There's a lot to be appreciative of. There's a lot to appreciate. There's a lot to celebrate. There's a lot to, be excited about. Okay, there's this energy of excitement. There's this energy of relief that you're going to feel in the month of April. You are going to look back at your journey. You're going to look back at your accomplishments, and you're going to feel a lot fulfilled than before. I feel like you're coming out of something that was, you're coming out of a boredom energy. You're coming out of a bored-like energy, or you're coming out of a nonchalant energy. I feel like you've been feeling detached recently, but now you're coming out of that. Now you are embracing your challenges. You are embracing your accomplishments. You are embracing your life's journey. Okay. So there's a lot to celebrate, Cancers. There's a lot to be happy for. There's a lot to be appreciative for. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. That's what I'm hearing, literally, Cancers. I'm literally hearing you're so excited for what's to come in the month of April. All right. What's the overall outcome? 7 of Swords. So the month of April is going to be not challenging per se, but it's going to test your ability to be a part of certain individuals. It's going to test your ability to see who is real, who is fake, you know, test your ability to see who is worth your energy, who's worth your time. Be careful of deceptive energy. Be careful of people who are gaslighting. Be careful of people who are trying to manipulate you into being part of situations, manipulate you into taking them back, manipulate you into giving them your energy, your time. You're not doing that in the month of April. So be careful of the 7 of Swords energy. There are going to be people who are going to try to distract you, but you're not all about that, are you? You're not all about that in the month of April. Let's get to Leo. Hi, my Leos. I'm quite excited to do your reading. I've done Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. Makosi. Thank you so much for joining my live. Hey, kwaze kwashisa. Yazwa. Kwaze kwashisa. And literally, I am so dehydrated. I feel hot. I don't know how many glasses of water I've already drank. Got the heck, guess she said. But how are you doing? I'm so late for the Cancer. It's fine. I will be posting this live stream. When I'm done with all the signs, I will be posting it. So you don't have to miss out on anything. Please also leave comments when you see your Cancer reading. Okay, but I'm definitely going to post this after so that you don't miss out on anything. Okay, I got you. I got you. All right, so let's see. 5 of Pentacles for my Leos. Okay, 5 of Pentacles for my Leos. So the first week of April is going to be, yeah, you are not going to give any fucks about anyone. I feel like Leos, you're very self-assertive already. You're very self-confident, okay? You are like the loudest in the room. I feel like you're going to have the same energy towards certain people that you feel you shouldn't hang around with anymore. So the first week of April, you're really going to set your boundaries. You're going to be very clear on your boundaries. So that's really good to see. Clarify those 5 of Pentacles for me. You're welcome. Clarify those 5 of Pentacles for me for my Leos. Ace of Swords, we've got the 2 of Cups, we've got the 3 of Cups, okay? So this has something to do with friendships. This could be colleagues, this could be people you work with as well. But I'm seeing a setting of friends or acquaintances or whatever it is that you want to call. But there's something you're going to change. You're going to change your way of thinking when it comes to these people. Your perspective is going to change. You're going to gain a lot of clarity about people that you've been wondering about. You've been wondering so much about their intentions towards you. You're going to be very certain about their true intentions in the month of April. That's what I feel. And that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing the energy of clarity is what you're going to gain in the month of April. Okay? Clarify these for me. We also have the 2 of Cups. So you also might have, I'll say, connections, friendships, acquaintances that are hanging in the air that need reconciliation. But I don't see you considering reconciling with these people. I don't see you wanting to or be willing to reconcile with certain individuals. Okay? Tell me more about these energies of people here. Clarify the Three of Cups for me, the Ace of Swords, and the Two of Cups. We have the Page of Wands. Okay, so definitely some childishness is going on here. You are dealing with childlike characters. You were dealing with people who weren't on the same level of intellect as you. You weren't dealing with mature people. You weren't dealing with like-minded and heart-minded people like you. Okay? So there's definitely some changes in your friendship groups as well that I'm seeing here. There's also you re-evaluating your connections with people on a general aspect. Okay? You're tired of dealing with childish ass people. You're tired of dealing with people who can't think. I'm literally now channeling the energy of a Leo. Okay? You definitely no longer want to deal with people who simply can't think for themselves. People who can't think on a higher vibrational frequency of consciousness as you. So you are definitely shifting away from people who are holding you back from being able to think for yourself. And that's exactly what you're doing in the month of April. You no longer want to deal with childishness. That sounds like a Leo to me. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds like a Leo. That sounds like a Leo as hell. Guys, give me a second. I actually want to go grab water, so just give me a second, okay? Don't run away. Don't leave. I'll be back. I want to get some water. Let's also clear the air. Clearing the air, clearing the air, clearing the air, clearing the air. Okay, so definitely my Leos, you are taking a stand. You're no longer dealing with certain childish individuals that you felt like you were dealing with in the past. Okay, I'm definitely feeling work vibes. I'm feeling like these could be colleagues. I feel like there's certain people in your workplace or your workspace that you feel are not meant to have certain positions, and you're questioning, how did this person get this position? How did this person manage to work here if they're so childish? You literally sitting there and thinking, I can't stand people like this. You no longer want to deal with that. You no longer want to deal with childishness. I'm going to be using a different deck to clarify everything. Okay? What else? What other guidances do we have for the first week of April for my... Hey, welcome back. What else do we have? Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for coming back. What else do we have for my Leos? For the first week of April, you are going to... With the Hangman here, okay, this says... Spirit is saying pause on being so impulsive. Pause on making impulsive choices. okay? There's a lot of decisions that you have to make that are going to require openness, intellectual openness, that are going to require you to think clearly, okay? So take a pause, take a breather. You don't always have to quickly rush into making decisions, okay? Clarify this hangman for me, please. Thank you. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so you're definitely going to work a lot on working harder than you were before. Okay, you're going to work on being more grateful. I feel like you are in a journey where you feel you've been working hard. Your journey has felt very dragging. Your journey has felt very long and exhausting. But Spirit is saying, don't forget why you are doing certain things that you're doing. Don't forget why you chose this path. Don't forget why you chose a specific path for yourself. It's going to require patience. It's going to require time. It's going to require gratitude. Being grateful for where you are right now. Being grateful and looking back on your journey and actually realizing that you've made a lot of improvement. You have come this far. So don't sulk. Don't complain. You're doing a great job. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're looking for a sign, I am that sign. You're doing a great job. So Spirit is saying, look back on your journey. Be grateful for where you are now. Okay. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, all my contact details are on my my page. They're on my bio. So if you click to my main page, if you click to the description box there, it's going to say, hey guys, welcome to my channel, and then it's going to have like all the information there on how to book a personal reading with me. Okay, but thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning into my live stream. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for the love and support that you've been giving me on here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll be looking forward to hearing from you soon, okay? Let's move over to Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Let's see what we have for my Virgos in the month of April. Okay, I'll be using this deck for Virgos. Let's see what's in store for my Virgos. I've been having such a great time on this live so far, and I've been speaking for an hour and 3 minutes. So I'm just buzzing right now. Okay, Virgos. Give me one more card, please. Thank you. Okay. We have the Emperor and we have the Judgment. Virgos, I feel like in the first week of April, you're going to work closely with people who bring in the best in you. You're going to gravitate towards people who bring out the compassionate side of you, the loving, the grounded, the nurturing side to you, okay? There's a lot of self-realization that you've been doing. You've been realizing a lot about yourself. You've been realizing a lot about your character. You've been realizing a lot about your connections with people. You simply, in the month of April, and especially in the first week of April, you simply just want to gravitate towards people who bring in the warmth out of you because you're loving, you're caring, you're naturally compassionate, you're naturally understanding. You don't want to gravitate towards people who you feel misunderstood with. You don't want to gravitate towards people who you feel don't understand you, that don't really have your best interest at heart. There's a lot of self-realization that you've been doing, realizing that there are certain habits that you no longer want to indulge in, that there are certain things that you no longer want to be a part of, certain groups of people that you feel are no frequency match to you. You're going to be taking good care of your body as well in the month of April. You're going to be taking good care of your appearance. I feel like you're going to be working a lot in your appearance too. You're going to be really I really see a different side to you in the month of April. I see a more confident but grounded side to you. Very sure of yourself, very sure of who you are, very sure of your needs, your values, your requirements in friendships, relationships, family. And simply, if people can't give you that, then you're out of there. Okay? But I feel you're so compassionate to the point where you just want compassion. Is that too hard to ask for? You just want people who are as compassionate, who are as kind as you are. And if people aren't, or rather, if you're not in spaces where people are like that, you're simply going to walk away from that. Okay? Could be also love related. If you're dealing with someone who isn't giving enough compassion to you, you're going to walk away from this person. Okay? Tell me more about the Empress and the Judgment card. Clarify the Empress and the Judgment card for me, for my Virgos. Six of Swords, definitely. So there is some kind of transformation that's happening in your energy. Your ancestors, your guides want you to move from certain environments. They want you to move away from certain people. Okay, they want you to move away from people who are no longer serving to your energy. They don't want you to be in spaces that um that make you forget who you are, that make you forget your belief systems, that make you forget your values. Okay, there's something lowering about the certain environments that you are in that might be, lowering or downgrading, and your ancestors want you to move away from these certain environments, these certain people who are of a low vibration, who bring out the worst in you, who, make you feel out of character. Your ancestors are simply moving you away from these kind of situations. Okay. What's in store when it comes to love in the month of April? First week of April. You have the Queen of Pentacles and you have the Strength card. You could be dealing with a Leo, or you could be dealing with a Virgo like you, a Taurus or Capricorn. Okay, but I see fire sign placements, I see earth sign placements. Okay, so you're dealing with someone who is very strong. You're dealing with someone who has a lot of courage, and you feel like this person has more courage than you do. There's some kind of lessons that you learn from this person. It's like you see this person and you admire this person so much to the point where you feel like you could improve on your character a lot through this person. I don't know why you feel that way, but you're dealing with someone who is so self-assertive, who is confident within themselves, who's very sure of themselves. You're dealing with someone who grounds you. You're dealing with someone who could be financially stable. Okay, you're dealing with someone who could be a traditional healer too, with the Queen of Pentacles. You're dealing with someone who makes you feel at home. You're dealing with someone who feels like home. You're dealing with someone who's your peace. Okay, Tell me more about this person. This person could have a lot of sexual drives as well, but not in a bad way, but they're sexually sure of themselves. They have a really strong sacral chakra as well. They're very creative too, okay? They use their sexual energies for the good. They use their sexual energies or sexual drives, their sacral chakras to create, to get creative. They're very inspired to create. They're very inspired to work on themselves, to work on their appearances, okay? Could be dealing with someone with a tattoo as well. I don't know if you see the tattoo on her hand there. Could be dealing with someone with animal instincts as well, okay? You're dealing with someone who's very spiritually gifted in that sense, all right? Tell me more about this person and how they feel towards you in the month of April. How does this person feel towards you in the month of April? Could be dealing with someone who loves nature as well, okay? But you could be dealing with an earth sign just like you, okay? How does this particular person feel about my Virgos? Six of Swords. So this person has also come out of something that was draining. This person has also come out of situations that were not serving to them. In love situations as well. So you're dealing with someone who went through particularly the same thing as you did in the past. How do they feel about you? They feel like they mirror you a lot. They feel like you are alike to some sense. They feel at home and at peace with you. Why the Six of Swords? Why the Six of Swords? Four of Swords. Okay, so this person, you're definitely dealing with someone who has taken their time for their mental health. You're dealing with someone who's currently turning to their mental situations or mental health, taking care of their minds, taking care of their mindsets, taking care of themselves, loving themselves. You're dealing with someone who wants to do better with themselves to be better for you. You're dealing with someone who wants to clear unwanted baggage, unwanted energy, just so that they can be with you, just so that they can get closer to you, just so that they can be a frequency match to you. I feel like this person cares about you so much to the point where they feel like they need to perfect themselves for you. That's how your person feels. Your person feels like they need to be perfect for you. They need to be perfect to meet up with your standards. What's the overall outcome between the two of you? What's the overall outcome between the two of you? Six of Wands and Queen of Cups. So there's a lot of emotions involved between the two of you, okay? It's going to be very emotional, but in a positive way. I feel like in the month of April, you're both going to be so in touch with your emotions together. You're going to speak up about how you truly feel about each other. You're going to be very honest about your feelings as well, okay? You could be dealing with someone who's intuitively gifted. You could be dealing with the Pisces here. I'm also seeing Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries there with the Six of Wands energy, okay? You're dealing with someone who's very sure of themselves. You're dealing with someone who's confident, or rather working on their confidence. But they're going to be very confident with how they feel about you, and they're going to voice out how they truly feel. Okay, so you're dealing with someone who's not going to keep you wondering how they feel, keep you wondering whether or not they really want to be in this relationship with you. They do, and they're going to be very honest about it, very and extremely honest about how they feel. Okay, So that's all I have for you, Virgos. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please go to my description box, or please find my information on my bio. You'll see all the contact details in how to book with me, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. Okay? Let's jump into Libra. Let's jump into my Libra, my fashionista. Libras, oh my gosh, they are obsessed with fashion, obsessed with dressing up. I love it. I really love it. I really love to see how they are so confident in what they wear, how they show up to the world, how they smell, kind of shoes they wear. What's in store for the first week of April for my Libras? Three of Pentacles. Okay, so a lot of teamwork, a lot of team building that's going to happen in the first week of April, Libras. Okay, I feel like in the workplace, you're going to be working collaboratively with people. You're going to be working closely with people. You're going to be willing to reciprocate the same kind of energy that they give off to. You're going to be really working towards building something not just for yourself, but for other people, but rather the benefits of other people. Okay, if you've got business ideas in the month of April, you're going to share those ideas. You're not going to keep ideas to yourself. Clarify this Three of Pentacles for me, please. Page of Pentacles, okay? A lot of earth energy. You could be dealing with a lot of earth signs. You could be dealing with earth, or you could have an earth placements in your birth chart, but you're dealing with people who are so grounded. You're dealing with people who are responsible. You're dealing with people who are mature in the first week of April. So this definitely could be at your workplace, okay? Page of Pentacles really are about your money. You're going to be a lot about your money in the first week of April. But you're not going to be selfish about it. You're not going to be selfish about your finances. You're not going to be selfish of your financial growth. You're going to share a lot of ideas. You're going to share a lot of inspired, creative ideas with other people. Okay, this is not only about you in the month of April. I feel like you're going to make the month of April about everyone else who is as willing to work hard, who is as willing to stay inspired, who is as willing to put in the effort when it comes to your financial endeavors. But you're definitely working on your finances in the first week of April. I'm so happy to see that. Happy to be here. Happy for it. I'm here for it. I think I'm buzzing. I've been on this live for 1 hour and 19 minutes, so that's quite a long time. Clarify the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles for me, please. You could be surrounded by Virgos, Capricorns, or Tauruses. People who are very grounded, people who are very analytical, people who are not impulsive. So if you're thinking of working with people, if you're thinking of having or sharing creative ideas or business ideas with other people, then you know that the people who are in your circle are the rightful people to share that with. Because the people who are in your circle currently, or the people that you are working with, are as like-minded as you and are as goal-driven as you are, okay? A lot of teamwork, a lot of collaboration, and I love to see it. And I'm so proud of you for showing up like that. Very proud of that. So thank you. Thank you, Libras, for showing the world that we can all work together in one accord, that we don't always have to be selfish. Yes. Thank you, Libras, for that. Thank you for that lesson. Not always being selfish, wanting to gain things for yourself, wanting to benefit just for your own selfish reasons. Five of Cups, Seven of Swords, the Chariot, the Eight of Cups. Okay, something about a job that you felt was unfulfilling. I feel like you've currently left a certain job, or you're considering resigning from a certain job. But I feel like whatever it is that you are about to venture into in the month of April is going to be more worthwhile. It's going to be it's going to be worth your time, your energy, your investments, your finances, your savings. Okay, whatever it is that you are moving towards or gravitating towards financially is going to work in your favor. So this is your sign. This is your confirmation that it's all going to work out in your favor, especially in your financial favor. Okay. No deception. You're no longer holding on to deceptive energies. You're no longer holding on to people who are, or rather have one foot in and one foot out. You no longer want to be associated with people who are not as goal driven as you are. You no longer want to be a part of people who bring you down energetically. Okay, in that sense of you have ideas, you have goals that you want to chase. People are holding you back. You no longer want to get stuck in this deceptive like energies. Okay, you no longer want to be a part of these kind of people who are holding you back or tell you that you can't do it or tell you that your ideas are, unrealistic, or your ideas are this, your ideas are that, giving you all of those external opinions or obligations. You no longer need that, and you don't want to be a part of that anymore. Clear the energy, clear the aura, clear the air. There we go. This rose water that I use is actually really good. It smells really good. I prefer using this for my collective readings. I prefer using this when I'm live streaming. Okay, I use different things for different reasons. I use incense for different reasons. I use for different reasons. So I do things for different things. Okay, my reasonings are very different for specific events. Okay. Okay. What else is in store? Let's go into love, because I feel like we haven't touched on love for the first week of April for my Libras. So let's see. What is it that you need to know about love in the month of April, especially the first week of April? Okay. What is in store for you when it comes to love? Ten of Cups. You could be dealing with a Pisces. You could be dealing with I've also see an Aquarius here. You could be dealing with an Aries. You could be dealing with a Scorpio as well. You could be dealing with a Pisces, a Cancer. Okay. I don't see much happening. I feel like you're going to be more careful with who you decide to have anything romantic with. I feel like you're going to be very analytical, okay, with this Emperor card here. You're going to be very analytical with who you decide to be with. You're going to analyze this person. You're going to watch someone closely. I don't think you're going to dive in immediately into some romantic relationship with this person, okay? You could have a lot of people trying to reach out to you in the month of April, especially the first week, so watch out for that. Watch out for people wanting to get with you, wanting to go on dates with you, wanting to, do the with you. You're going to have a lot of messages of people complimenting you, of, you know, and I don't think you're going to be in the mood for that. I really don't see you being in the mood for that. Let's see, why aren't you going to be in the mood for that? Why is Libra not going to be in the mood for that? Because you want mental peace. You want mental space. You don't want anyone stressing you out. You don't want anyone stressing you out. You literally are in the need for peace. Internal peace. That is why you're not going to give your time, your attention to these people. But watch out for people who are going to communicate with you. Watch out for people who are going to want to get with you. But you're not going to be all about that though. Definitely not. Definitely not. So that is why you're not going to give anyone your time and your energy and your attention. I see you leaving people on red. You could also be dealing with a Libra just like you. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or Gemini as well. There's a lot of energies in your space. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of people trying to reach out to you in the first week of April. What have you done to these people? What are you doing? Huh? There's a change in your energy. You feel magnetic. You feel more magnetic than you felt in the previous months. So that's why people are trying to get with you. Okay? Definitely working on your appearance. Definitely working on buying new items, new clothes, new accessories. You know, getting your hair done, getting your makeup done. You're doing a lot of redefinement when it comes to your appearance. Okay? When it comes to your physical appearance. And that is what they like, and they see that. I feel like in the first week of April, they're going to notice a lot of changes in your aura. They're going to notice that you are more confident, but you're very laid back, and you're not going to answer messages. You're not going to pay attention to people. You're not going to give your attention to these people. But they like that. They like the fact that you're playing hard to get. Exactly. You feel very detached from love. You're feeling very nonchalant about it, okay? People that are looking forward to speaking to you, getting to know you, are going to feel like you're a nonchalant person. That's because you are in a different time in your life. You are more focused on your finances, on getting your bag, on getting your money, okay? Seven of Pentacles, you're definitely working on your finances. You're working on your financial stability. You're working on establishing what it means to be financially free. And you don't have time for romance. You don't have time for relationships. You don't have time for people. You simply don't have time for anyone. Okay? What's the overall outcome when it comes to love? We have the Nine of Swords and we have the Eight of Cups. So the chances are, when it comes to love, you're going to end up being alone if you decide to give these people a chance, or if you decide to, give these people your attention. You're still going to realize that these people are not worth it. They are not worth it. So I feel like you know exactly what it is that you need to do to avoid this energy of frustration, this energy of anxiety, this energy of the lack of sleep. You don't want any of that. You're avoiding that. You're avoiding indulging into connections that are unfulfilling. So I feel like the overall outcome for the month of April for you, Libra, is that you are really going to be careful with who you give your time and energy to. You don't want to jump straight into connections, and this is you. You feel like you are going to be more frustrated, you're going to be more stressed, you're going to be more anxious. You don't want that for yourself. You don't want to give in to this kind of thing. Okay? Ace of Pentacles, definitely an opportunity with financial growth. I'm telling you, you're getting the bag this month. You are getting the bag. You're getting straight to the bag. You're working on financial growth. You're working on your stability. You're really working on yourself as well. Okay? You don't have time for people. All right. Let's move over to Scorpio. What's in store for Scorpios for the month of April, especially the first week? Let's move over to Scorpios. If you'd like to book a personal reading, please do. All my information is on my bio on how to book. My contact details are there. Please note that all my personal readings are worldwide. Anyone from any country is welcome to receive a personal reading from me. Okay? Page of Swords. Scorpio. Page of Swords. You are doing a lot of learning, self-learning, self-taught knowledge in the first week of April. Okay? You might be reading on documentaries. You might be reading on books that are fulfilling to the mind. Food for thought. I almost said food for thought, but that's exactly it. That's accurate. Food for thought. Okay? You're working on your knowledge. You're working on self-educating yourself in the first week of April. So I love to see that. Really love to see that. So a lot of reading, a lot of books, documentaries, research. That's going to be happening in the first week of April. Clarify the Page of Swords for me, the High Priestess. You're working on your mind. You're working on expanding your mind in the first week of April. You're working on indulging your mind with knowledge, with wisdom, with teachings. And that's going to work in your that is really going to work in your favor when it comes to intuitive building or intuitive expanding. You are going to become more intuitive by the day. You are going to work on opening your sacral. Why am I saying sacral? You're going to be working on, you're going to be working on opening your crown chakra or healing your crown chakra, okay? You're going to be receiving a lot of dreams as well. You're going to be dreaming a lot. You're going to be working on your spirituality too, okay? Your mind is going to expand in ways that you're not ready for, but in a good way, in a positive way. Your mind, your level of consciousness is going to be heightened. So you're going to be working a lot on your psyche in the month of April. Hello. Sorry, that's my cat. Cat's outside. We've got the Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. Okay. I'm seeing passion. Where energy goes, energy flows. You're going to be putting a lot on energy, time, with things that make you feel passionate, with things that you're passionate about, with heart. Passionate at heart. Why am I buzzing? I'm buzzing a lot. This has been a really long life and I've had a long day, okay? But where energy goes, energy flows, okay? So definitely going to be working on the things that make you feel passionate at heart. You're going to be working on fulfilling yourself with the things that make you expand on your creativity or really expand on your creative side. So that's very good to see. I'm seeing arts. I'm seeing crafting with arts. I'm seeing poetry. I'm seeing writing, okay? I'm seeing journaling. You're going to be doing a lot of writing and journaling in the month of April, expanding the mind with words, unspoken words, yes. Allow your poetry to come and play. Allow your poetic justice to speak for you. I love that. Really, really love that. So let's see what else is in store, especially when it comes to love, okay? Because I know a lot of you love these love readings. You also want to know what's in store in love and finances and everything like that. So what's in store for love? I'm going to be using a different deck. What's in store for love for my Scorpios? So you could be dealing with another Scorpio, you could be dealing with a Pisces or Cancer, but definitely are going to be working on your relationships with people, especially in love situations, okay? Could be dealing with a Leo, you could be dealing with an Aries, you could be dealing with a Taurus, you could be dealing with a Gemini and Aquarius. Okay, let me. So, this is the first thing I'm seeing, okay? You're not going to be so into, commitment, but you will be into your sexual side, if you know what I mean. So, listen, April's not going to be all about love, romance. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you too. You're going to be more, you know, you're going to be embracing your sexuality a lot. You're going to be embracing your lustful energies, especially towards this particular person. I feel like you are both mutually okay with that. Whoever it is that you're dealing with right now, I don't feel like the person you're dealing with wants the same thing. Okay, this person could want more, but you can't give them more because I don't know, Scorpio, this is a kind of weird energy that I'm picking up. Okay, just bear with me, okay? I feel like the person you're dealing with wants something more from you, but you don't want more. You don't want to take this connection further with this person. We'll find out why you feel this way, but this person is going to keep pursuing you. This person is going to keep chasing you, but you are going to maintain self-control when it comes to this person. Okay, so you're telling this person, dude, it's either we do what we agreed on or we don't do anything at all. But I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm not ready for anything committal. This is you towards this person. That's just the energy I'm picking up, Scorpio. Okay, this person really wants to get closer to you at heart, but you're not ready for that. A lot of sexual energies that you have towards this person, and maybe that's why you are physically attracted to them more than you are emotionally. I'm not calling you out, but it's just the message that I'm receiving, okay? Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel like you're more physically than emotionally drawn to this person? Because this person wants you bad. This person wants to be with you romantically, but you're not feeling that. You're not on the same page when it comes to love with this person. Why aren't you on the same page? Or why do you feel you're more physically drawn than emotionally? The Fool card. I feel like you are in a journey of discovering yourself. You're in the journey of, you could potentially also be discovering more about your sexuality, okay? You could be on a journey discovering more about what is it that you really want to explore. And you're simply not ready to let someone in emotionally because then you know you have a huge responsibility of commitment. I had to say it like it is. I had to say it like it is, okay? You could be dealing with a Libra. Tell me more about this Fool card here. Got options, got a lot of options, got options, got a lot of options. You do have a lot of options, Scorpio. I'm sorry to call you out like this. I'm not trying to do that, but you do have a lot of options. You feel like you have a lot of people to explore. So you better be honest with this person that you are seeing other people. You do have sexual desires for other people too. You can't keep this person around. You can't keep them around. You can't drag them along if you know how they feel about you, if you know that they're emotionally in need of you. But I do see a lot of options here, Scorpio. I do see that you're trying to explore these options. Okay? Trying your best to explore these options because you're trying to figure out what is it that you actually like. What is it that you are trying to do? You are exploring this love thing and you're not sure what it is that you want. Okay? What is the general outcome when it comes to love for my Scorpios? The Tempress and the Sun card. I feel like you're going to eventually discover your true happy spot, or rather you're going to discover what it is that actually makes you fulfilled when it comes to the matters of romantic relationships. I feel like you're going to be at a happier place. You're going to be happy with your decisions. You're going to be happy with you exploring. You're going to find it more peaceful to be detached emotionally, and you're going to really enjoy the exploring phase in your life. You're going to enjoy exploring, being on your self-discovering journey, and it's going to be something that you really love and enjoy. So you simply made your choice that you don't want to be in anything committal for now, and that's fine. It's okay, as long as you know what you want, as long as you're sure about what you want. But the final outcome is that you're going to be so certain that you don't actually want to be in anything committal. You don't want to have any emotional bondage with anyone because you simply admire your freedom. You know, you are in need of freedom. You are in need to be more free, to be more exploring. And that's exactly how you feel. Okay? So that's the overall outcome for the month of April. Okay, let's move over to my Sagittarius, my Saggy Waggies. I'm also Sagittarius, by the way. Every time I tell people that, they're like, oh, you bougie, you this, you're that. I feel like people really, they like Sagittariuses, but they also misunderstand them because we have so many personalities. We can literally switch from one personality to another, you know, so, but people are really respectful of Sagittarius people. All right, so if you're Sagittarius, shout out to you, my fire sign, because I'm a Sagittarius too. All right. What's in store for my Sagittariuses in the month of April, especially the first week of April? What's in store for Sagittariuses? What's in store for Sagittariuses? The Sun card. Okay, the Temperance. That came out for Scorpios as well. So you could have Scorpio placements in your birth chart. Okay. Sun card, Temperance. There's a lot of rebalancing that is happening in your energy. Okay? A lot of positive changes, a lot of positivity that's happening in your area, in your aura, in your space, in your energy. Okay, please don't mind me mumbling over my words or going over my words. I'm exhausted. I've been on this live for a very long time. Okay, so please bear with me, Sagittariuses. But I do see that you are resurrecting to something powerful here. You're resurrecting to your truest form. You're resurrecting to your balanced form. You're resurrecting to your confident form. You're rising up, is what I'm seeing here. There's a lot of positive changes that are happening in your energy, especially in the first week of April. A lot of redefinement is happening here. So this is going to be exciting to see how enthusiastic you be in your path, how enthusiastic your path is going to feel. I feel like you're going to shoot and aim for the stars in the month of April. There's a lot of rebalancing because I feel like you come from a place, a very depressive place, and now your energy is being rebalanced into something stronger. You're becoming more courageous about your path, about where you're going, and it's really beautiful to see. Okay. Clarify the Temperance and the Sun card for me. We have the Judgment. Okay, so there's a lot of self-re-evaluating that you did. Now you're actually finally realizing that things are not the way it seems. Okay, your depressive state, your bad thoughts, your negative thoughts, all the thoughts that you were feeding negatively, negative self-talking, now you realize that all of those don't matter because you are not your thoughts. And that's what you're realizing. You're realizing that you are more capable than your thoughts. You are more capable than what you think you are. You're more capable of the negative self-talk that you speak towards yourself, that you pour out towards yourself. You realize that you are actually being kind of ridiculous for lowering yourself, for belittling yourself. That's a very powerful message there. You are realizing that you belittled yourself, you lowered yourself, you're realizing that actually you are a boss bee and you stand on business, and now you're showing the world that you do stand on business. Okay? What's in store for love for my Sagittariuses? Justice. Definitely getting justice, especially from karmic relationships, especially from karmic cycles. Karmic cycles have ended. So meaning you're no longer with toxic people. You're no longer going back and forth, attracting the same old people, attracting the same toxic people. You're no longer doing that. Okay? And if I burp, just know that's my ancestors confirming the message. So with this Justice card there's been a lot of unfairness in your relationships. You love too hard and you give too much. So that unfair energy has always been a situation with you when it comes to love. That's why you haven't found the rightful person for you, because you always attract someone who won't give you the same energy you give them. You always attract broken people. And now you're getting justice for that. You're getting justice for the fact that you keep attracting karmic cycles. You keep getting into these karmic situations with people who are eventually going to abandon you or leave you. But you're no longer in those cycles. You've closed them out. You've karmically closed them out. And now what's left is a healthier relationship. What's left for you is something that's more fulfilling, especially on an emotional sense. Okay? So you're definitely getting justice for anything that has been done to you. You're getting justice for any unfairness that happened to you in relationships. You're getting justice for the fact that you were giving so much and now you're going to receive so much. Okay? Is there anything coming up in love in the month of April for you, especially the first week of April? Is there anything coming up? Is there anything set for you? When it comes to love, first week of April. Four of Swords. So the answer is no. You're steady. You're chilling. You're not really, chasing anyone. You're not chasing love. You're very steady. You are very self-assertive. You're taking the time to love yourself more than anyone. You're taking yourself for self-care, for better care of yourself, doing a lot of skincare routines, taking yourself out on dates. You're really doing those things. You're gymming, you're working on your diet, you're working on keeping healthy, having a healthy skin. You're really self-investing. So the answer is no. I don't feel like you're going to be jumping into relationships in the month of April, especially the first week. No, that's not what I see here. The Magician, because yes, you are the Magician, honey. You are magic. You're an alchemist. You are a guru, a self-made guru. You could be in touch with your spiritual side. You could be into magic. You could be into the occult. You could be into tarot. You could be into anything that has anything to do with the mystics. Okay, so I definitely love that for you, Saggies. I really love that for you. All right, so that's all I have for you for the first week of April. Do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Let's move over to Capricorn. Let's move over to Capricorn. Okay. I'm left with Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So stay tuned, stick around. If you're an Aquarius or Pisces, stick around for that, okay? All right, so now we're moving over to Capricorn. Ooh, I'm actually going to reshuffle because that was not a shuffle. Capricorns, that was not a shuffle. And you're going to call me out for that because you're so analytical. You're so, observant. You pay attention to detail, all of that stuff. So you're going to be like, no, Asanda, you did not shuffle, okay? Reshuffle. So I'm going to reshuffle. My Capricorns, so detail-oriented, so detailed-oriented. Love you guys. Okay, what's in store? The Empress, all right? And the Knight of Pentacles. So you're going to be very career-focused during this time. You're going to be working on your own individual path. You could be working on individual projects. I don't see you want to include other people in your business. I feel like you're going to also stand on business, but on your own, 10 toes by yourself on your own. I don't feel like you want to work on anything collaborative with anyone in the month of April. Okay, with the Empress card, you're going to be taking better care of yourself. With the Empress, you're going to be working on taking care of what takes you care of you. Okay, taking care of what takes care of you is your motto for the month of April. You're not giving your time, you're not giving your energy to people that much. All right, you're only going to be pouring a lot towards yourself, is what I'm seeing. Okay, clarify the Knights of Pentacles and the Empress for me. For my Capricorns, 5 of Wands. Okay, so this is definitely making more sense. The reason why you feel you want to go solo. Okay, so the reason why you feel like you want to go solo is because you've been having a lot of arguments, unnecessary drama. You no longer want that unnecessary drama with certain people. Okay, you've come out of situations where you feel like a lot of people were competing with you. You're coming out of situations where you feel like people weren't being honest with you. People were trying to steal your shine from you. You're very distrusting of people and you simply want to go solo. Okay, something might have happened at the workplace where you feel like you can no longer trust people at the workplace. Something happened within your family too. Take whatever resonates with you, okay? But something definitely happened within your family as well, financially, where you feel like, no, you definitely no longer want to be considered as the breadwinner or considered as the person who has to save us. No, you want people to take accountability for their own lives. You want people to take financial responsibilities for themselves. You no longer want to play hero. You no longer want to play hero. Okay? And that's causing confliction within family, within colleagues. But you no longer want to argue. You no longer want to, be in spaces where there's commotion and conflict. You no longer want to be in the spaces. You want to stay focused and simply focused on your own path. Drama, drama, drama. You're trying so hard to stay away from drama. You don't want to be part of any drama anymore. No family drama, no relationship drama, no workplace drama. No friendship drama. You don't want to do that. You want to go solo in the month of April. What's in store for love? Actually, I'd like to use this one. Okay, what's in store for love for my Capricorn? What's in store for love for my Capricorn? Thank you. The Chariot. Someone is going to want to travel towards you. Someone is going to... You could be dealing with a Cancer. Someone wants to travel their way towards you. Okay, this could be a long distance situation. Clarify this Chariot for me. Tell me more about this energy. Who's this person? Tell me more about this person. This could be someone younger than you, or young at heart, or a young soul. Okay. But someone wants to make their way towards you. Someone wants to visit you. Someone wants to show up at your doorstep. Someone wants to claim you. 9 of Pentacles and the Emperor. This person has no self-control. This person has no whatsoever control. Okay, this person is sure that they want you and they want you and they won't take no for an answer. Okay, they feel like you will be the person to really satisfy their needs, to satisfy their requirements, whatever that looks like to them, but they just want you. This person just wants you. Whoever this is, this person just wants you. They want to be around you and they won't take no for an answer. I'm getting some kind of obsessive energy here. Okay, so look out for this person. But this person is definitely persuasive. And this person is very sure that they want to be with you. And they want to be around you. And they will not take no for an answer. This could be someone who's very childish, very impulsive, okay? A little too active for your liking. Because you're more grounded, you're more steady, you're more chilled. This person is very out there, outgoing, and they're very sure that they want to be with you. How do you feel about this person? How do you feel about this person? Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So you're not making any sudden choices, decisions when it comes to this person here with the 9 of Pentacles. You're very satisfied with your alone time. You're very satisfied with being alone. You're very satisfied and comfortable with being by yourself, being in your own solitude. You might break this person's heart. Clarify the 9 of Pentacles for me, please. The 2 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, you don't really feel like you're ready for this person. You don't feel like you want to have anything committal with this person. You feel like you have way too many responsibilities on your shoulder. You feel like you have way too much things to get done, and you feel like you won't have the time nor the energy for this person. You don't feel like you will be able to give them a chance, and not because of how they are, not because of the difference in character or personality, but simply because you have a lot of responsibilities. I feel like in the month of April, you're going to have a lot on your plate. You won't have the time. You won't have the energy. What's the general outcome when it comes to the 2 of you? What's the general outcome when it comes to the 2 of you, Capricorn? Come on. What's the overall or possible outcome between the 2 of you? Thank you. 4 of Pentacles, definitely working on your own money, your bag, still chasing it. So I really don't see any positive wealth on your person's side. I don't see that they will really get what they want out of you. They won't really get that satisfaction from you because you simply made up your mind. You simply made up your mind that you're not ready. You're not ready to be with this person. You're not ready for anything serious as of now. Very financially focused in the month of April. Okay. That's all I have for you, my Capris. Let's clear the energy and space. Woo. Who's still on this live now? Let me know. I'm down to Aquarius and Pisces, and then I'm going to end this live right here when I'm done. When I'm done with Aquarius, when I'm done with Pisces, I'm going to end the live. But let me know who's still on here, who's still watching. Thank you so much for being here. Aquarius, yay! Are you an Aquarius? Are you an Aquarius? Because something about the, so, hey love. Okay, so I've been on this live for like an hour and 30 minutes. So finally doing Aquarius, and I'm going to do Pisces, and I'm going to end the live, okay? What's in store for the first week of April for my Aquarius? Hey, beautiful. Hey, gorgeous. So you are an Aquarius sun. What are your other placements? Okay, Aquarius. So what I'm seeing here, we've got the Hierophant, we've got the Magician, as should. Okay, you are an alchemist, you are a magician. Could be into magic, could be into alchemy, could be into the occult. Okay, there's something here that's changing. There's something here that's shifting in your spiritual journey. You're becoming more aware. It's like you're reaching a new level in your spiritual side. You're reaching a new level of consciousness. There's a lot of teachings that you are undergoing in the month of April. A lot of teachings. You are indulging in a lot of spiritual teachings, okay? You could be going on a retreat. If you are thinking of going on a retreat, or if you haven't thought of going on a retreat, this is the perfect time to do that. This is the perfect time to be in spiritual spaces. This is a perfect time to create your own spiritual circles. It's time to make magic. It's time to make magic. It's time to make the earth shake. It's time to make others see the self-made guru, and all the teachings that you've learned are now coming to life. Clarify this Hierophant and the Magician for me. Thank you. I feel like you've been taking a lot of time for yourself, for rest. You've been in isolation here with the Four of Swords and the Judgment card. But listen, Aquarius, it's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to rise up. It's time for you to get back on your feet. It's time for you to make the earth shake, okay? It's time for you to, listen, let us know. You better let us know who you are. Better let us know. There is a lot of self-care, taking better care of your health, taking better care of your body, taking better care of your diet. I feel like you've been working a lot or self-investing previously, okay? But now it's time for you to get out of that solitude. It's time for you to get out of that space. It's time for you to actually go out there and teach others. It's time for you to become the teacher as much as you are the learner. It's time for you to be in communities, go out there, being in communities that are allowing of that spiritual growth to take place. Okay, we've got the Judgment card here. There's something that is being revealed to you about yourself. There's something that's being revealed to you about your tribe. There is something that's being revealed to you spiritually about where is it that you're actually going. All right, so you're going to find your tribe in the month of April. There's a lot of releasing you're doing. There's a lot of self-accepting of your path that you're doing. Okay, Aquarius. This is going to be crazy. You are finally accepting your path. You are finally accepting who you are spiritually. You're finally accepting all parts of you, even the imperfect parts of you. Okay? Let's move over to love. What's in store for love for my Aquarius? Yay! This is exciting, Aquarius. I don't know about you, but this is exciting. Okay, so when it comes to love, I'm just gonna have to reshuffle that, please. Just give me a second. This deck of cards is a little bit too slippery. What's in store for my Aquarius for the first week of April? We have the Five of Pentacles and the Tower. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, there could be some kind of separation. There could be some kind of break that you had with someone. Okay. How do you feel about it? I think you're still in the state of like trying to figure out what's going on between the two of you, but I don't see any movement or sudden movement right now. And as of now, clarify this for me, please. Five of Pentacles and the Tower card. Tell me what's happening in this energy. I'm hearing mentally bruised. I'm hearing mentally exhausted. I don't think there's going to be much happening between you and the specific someone in the first week of April. Okay. We have the Magician again. So this is your energy, Aquarius. I feel like a part of you is still holding on to this person. A part of you is still trying to manifest this person. But the energy that you exude with this person goes back towards yourself. I don't know, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like the more you try to put into this person, the more it comes back to you. And then you realize there's actually a gap or a bridge between the two of you. Okay? And now you're realizing, okay, this is actually about me. This is about myself. This is about my journey. This is about who I am spiritually. Okay? And then you realize that, no, maybe I'm better off without this person. Maybe I'm just too good for this person. Maybe my vibration is too high for this person. Maybe I'm more spiritually aware than this person. So I feel like there's also a difference in where you are spiritually with this person. That's what I feel. There is an indifference between energies where you both are spiritually. One is more spiritually intellectual than the other, and therefore you feel like you're no frequency match for each other. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Like there's absolutely no common ground when it comes to the two of you. Especially spiritually. Eight of Cups, exactly. I feel like you're walking away from this, Aquarius. I feel like you're walking away from the situation. The first week, listen, the first week of April is going to be liberating because you're going to finally make the choice to walk away from this person. I feel like you're waiting for the perfect moment for that to happen. I feel like you're waiting for the perfect time. But now is the time. You've already made your choice. You have the Three of Cups. Definitely finding your tribe. Definitely finding your home. Definitely finding your rightful community. And I don't see this person in the picture. I don't see this energy in the picture. You know? Could be dealing with a water sign. Could be dealing with a Taurus. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn. Could be dealing with the Libra. Okay. That's all I have for my Aquariuses. Okay, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please do. All my information on how to book with me is on my bio, so definitely do contact me for a personal reading. Okay. Just give me a second. Guys, I've been on this live for literally 2 hours. Can you believe it? Can you believe I've been on this live for 2 hours? It's crazy. Crazy. All right. I also need to do my hair, guys. I've been sticking around with my afro for way too long now. Sticking around with my afro for way too long. I really need to do my hair. Okay, let's get to my Pisces. The babies of the zodiac. I love Pisces. I love Pisces. I feel like Pisces are very spiritually aware. They're spiritually intellectual as well. So, and my rising is in Pisces. So, I mean, that's where you get the psychic abilities from. You know, that's where you get the psychic abilities from. Definitely with Pisces rising. Thank you, babe. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, Pisces. So in the first week, thank you, gorgeous. In the first week of April, Pisces, we've got the Ace of Cups here. Okay, so this is definitely your energy. Definitely working on regulating your emotions better. I feel like your emotions have been spiraling up in the previous weeks, where you've been feeling down emotionally, you've been feeling really emotional, you've been feeling a little bit depressed. Okay, I am getting depressive energies from you, but I do see that you're coming out of that, and I do see that you're really working on healing your heart space. Definitely working on balancing your heart chakras. Okay. The month of April is it's going to be about, I feel like you're going to be reconnecting with people, but also reconnecting with yourself. You're going to be healing your heart space. You're going to be healing your emotions that are unfulfilling, emotions that are uncomfortable. Okay. I do see new energies in your space. I do see new people coming into your life that want to help with some kind of financial ideas with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, I do see that you're going to have some kind of influence here from new connections. So there's something about you building new connections that's significant to your growth and finance, significant to your growth and career. Are you open to it? I don't feel like you are open to it because you feel like you need to go solo, but I do suggest that you do open up to being around like-minded people, being around people who you know you're going to share ideas with, being around people who you know you're going to, that's going to allow that inner passion that is trying to grow inside of you. Okay? I feel like you're a little bit closed off to these kind of opportunities. That's what I feel. But don't be closed off to these opportunities. I feel like there's just some new energy that I'm feeling, this influence that I'm feeling, that in the month of April, give yourself permission to meet like-minded people. Give yourself the permission to actually expand passionately, but not with just yourself, but with other people. Open up your heart to other people. Okay? Not everyone is harmful. Not everyone is trying to come in the way between you and your personal growth. Not everyone is like that. Okay? I feel like your perception of connections with people, with friends, is kind of distorted during this time because of what you're coming out of. But allow yourself to open up. Allow yourself to open up. Okay? I've already done Libra, yes. But I am going to post this on YouTube, so I'll definitely put the timestamp so that you can go straight to Libra, okay? Sorry you missed it though. I'm sorry, but I will post it. So, yeah, Pisces, really work on opening up. You're welcome. Work on opening up. Work on your closeness with people. As much as you're working on your closeness and wholeness within yourself, now allow that to expand and open to other people. Okay? What's going on in love? Let's see what's going on in love. But I am going to be using a different deck. Thank you so much for the love and the support and the vibrant energies. Let's see what's going on with love when it comes to my Pisces. What's in store when it comes to love for my Pisces for the month of April. Thank you for the hearts. I love you too. Okay. What's in store when it comes to love for my Pisces, especially the first week of April? Thank you. The Magician. The Magician keeps coming out for most of the signs today. It was Aquarius, Gemini, and Pisces. Okay, so you might have those placements in your chart. Clarify the Magician for me. I don't know why I'm getting a message of you being drawn to someone who is also into the occult. You might be into someone who is also into the mystics. You might be drawn to someone currently who is into magic as well. Okay, I don't know why I'm feeling that, but I feel like you attract, or rather you are drawn to people who are weird like that. I don't think you are attracted to ordinary people, Pisces. Okay, during this time you're not attracted to just anyone. I feel like you're attracted to weird ass people like us. Okay, we are weird as hell, and you like that. That's your kink. That's your kink right there, Pisces. I know your secret now. I know your secret. That's what gets your sexual energy up and running. You like people who are like us. Tell me more about this energy, please. You could have tattoos, or you could be drawn to someone with tattoos, is what I'm seeing as well. Okay, there is a new beginning in love here with this person. I do see a new connection, or rather, if it's not a new person, whoever it is that you're dealing with, all right, I I do see a new opportunity in love with this person. We have the King of Cups. That's you, Pisces, okay? The emotional intellectual, the emotional supportive. I feel like you're going to give a lot of your emotions to someone specific, to this particular individual that I'm reading. I feel like you're going to be very supportive of them. I feel like they've come out of something that is also kind of a turmoil to them, and you're just going to try your best to be there for this person, okay? You're like the father or the mother of the zodiac, always wanting to support, always wanting to reach out, always wanting to give out your hearts to people. We have the Queen of Swords, okay? So a lot of truth, a lot of transparency of how you feel about someone specific is going to transpire. I feel like you're both going to really be honest about how you feel towards each other, okay? And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. A lot of spiritual growth that's going to take place between the two of you. I don't know. There's something about your union. There's something about you coming together that's going to ignite the spiritual aspects of your life. You're dealing with someone who is also spiritually inclined. You're dealing with a spiritual healer, is what I'm picking up as well. You're dealing with someone who's spiritually content within themselves. You are dealing with someone who is spiritually self-taught. Okay. Do I see a potential in love? Highly. I highly see a potential in love with this person. Okay. Who knows? Let's see. What's in store for the both of you? Tell me more about this connection. Tell me more about this connection for Pisces. Okay, so you definitely both coming out of something that was hurtful, that was painful, some kind of loss that you felt from someone from the past. Okay, I feel like having this union with this person is going to allow healing energies to take place. Okay, we've got the Devil card and the Three of Swords. So definitely there's some kind of toxic behaviors that you both need to work on. But being together is going to allow that healing process to take place. And I feel like you're going to do it together. I feel like you need each other for that. I feel like you both mirror each other so much because you both come out of something similar. You both come out of a similar situation. And now being together, indulging in each other's energies is going to help bring out that healing. Okay? Something about habits, toxic habits, drinking habits, smoking habits. This could be you, this could be a person. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could be dealing with a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Okay. Something about habits here. It could be you, it could be a person. I don't know why I keep seeing that. I don't know why I keep seeing that, but that's what I'm seeing. So there's something that you both need to really come out of. But you mirror each other so much, especially spiritually, to the point where when you come together, all of that healing energy is going to be outpouring. I feel like this is going to be something fulfilling towards the end. I feel like, okay, let's just see what's the general outcome of the situation. I really feel in my heart that this is something that is worth going for. I feel like you both have a lot to learn from each other. You have a lot to teach each other. Okay? So let's see, what is the general outcome when it comes to this energy or this person? It's about to rain, actually. See, I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. This is a spiritual union. This is a spiritual union, okay? Between two people. That's why you mirror each other so much. This could be your spiritual counterpart. This could be someone you're meant to cross paths with, to both allow you to reach a new level in your spirituality. Very mysterious. I love this union. It's so mysterious, but in such an intensive way. You both have a lot to learn. I do see you both sharing secrets with one another. You know, I see a lot of sharing of secrets, a lot of openness that is going to take place between you and this person. This could be an Aries, this could be a Pisces just like you two. This could be a Taurus as well. This is definitely a spiritual union. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. We've reached the end of our live stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sending me love and positive energies on here for 2 damn hours. Okay? It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. I've been on here for 2 hours and I'm loving it. I love every opportunity that I got to connect with you today. So thank you so much for that. I will be posting this. Okay, so whoever missed it can tune into that. I love you so much. I love you too. You got me blushing. Oh my god, I'm blushing on here. Can you believe I'm blushing on here? Thank you so much. Love you so much. Okay, guys, I'm going to post this so whoever missed it doesn't have to miss it, actually. And I'll see you. Bye. Okay, guys, how do you... I love you too. You're always gorgeous. You're always on point, always on fleek, honey. Guys, how do you actually save this? Because imagine losing this whole live stream. This is crazy. It's embarrassing. Where do I go to like post this? Should I stop streaming and then will it save? There we go.